All right. Don't be scared and stuff. Okay. I'm not sure why. Um. I'm not sure why. I went through all this and stuff. Right. Like. When I came here in '95 and so on. Like if somebody, this is how the indigenous side, the primitive side of witchcraft is, right? If somebody tells you they putting a hex on you and stuff, and you walk around every day thinking like somebody put a hex on you, you're gonna feel like you have a hex on you, right? Right. How I know this because when I went into my house, my neighbor in summer between late spring and early summer in '95, um, there's an Obeah woman in my house and stuff. You know what I mean? And what I saw did startle me, but I never walked around thinking I was cursed. You know what I'm saying? Um, because really and truly, I was really blessed. Because when I when I started to work in Trinidad, I was the I wouldn't say I was the only one, but I was the only one making really big money from just straight out of school. So that I wouldn't look at it as a curse. I look at it as a blessing. But my first big check, like they overpaid me. You know what I mean? I was a trainee and they paid me as an electrician. And if I had stayed quiet, I would have gotten that for the rest of my life and so on. You know what I mean? So me being honest and stuff, I'm like, yo, you guys overpaid me, man. You know. So I took the money now and I put it up in my house and stuff. My stepmother and her sister stole the money. You know what I mean? My stepmother told my dad, well, she didn't. She saw the money and stuff, and she was like, she put it back, but the money went missing, right? Um, out of I can't remember the count, man, but it was supposed to be like $5,000. I can't remember. I can't. If it was supposed to be like $5,000, only like $200 or $300 left over. You know what I'm saying? You know, and their mindset is like, well, if he's making money and stuff, um, he gotta contribute to the rent. You know what I'm saying? That was their mindset. I don't know. Nobody never talked to me. Okay. After I try to analyze, like, why would they steal my money? You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not rent money. You know what I'm saying? Like taking all mine and just only leaving like $200 or $300. That's not rent money. You know what I mean? That's not even enough money to get back to work until I could get another paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So you see, like people out here evil, man. Like I don't I this is in '95. We in 2020. You know what I'm saying? This is almost 25 years ago. Like the minute that happened, okay, all right. People was reminding me and stuff and so on. I'm gonna tell you when I totally forgot about it. Right? I totally forgot about that. Probably into the second or third month. You know what I mean? And then 1 month later, it was time to leave the country and stuff. And when I left the country, I forgot all about that. I never, I never even told my wife about that stuff. I mean, you know, if I were to tell my wife, if I was to ask my wife any impression about my stepmom, she would love my stepmom. So you see, like, I never told anything bad about my stepmom. You know what I mean? But my stepmom did put a rusty nail in my food though. I remember that. You know what I mean? Because we was bumping heads and stuff and she was trying to make a point that like she was trying to make a point that if you rely on me for food, if you rely on me for food, don't mouth off to me. You know what I'm saying? Um and it was it was a really, because I didn't want to eat from her anymore. But my dad wanted me to eat. And I mean, I didn't want to be there no more. You know what I'm saying? But like, and that's hard, man. Like, you being abused and you love your dad, but you only stick around for your dad. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, yeah. So when I walk in the house, man, Miss Jane told me, "Oh, go in that house. That's an Obi woman and stuff, man." Walking into that house, I don't know what pushed me to kick my brother's toy, man. And I kicked his toy, and she saw that, and she gave me the nastiest look, man. She didn't say nothing. You know what I mean? I think she was probably like, she was just sitting there and probably was meditating. So when she saw me, she didn't say like, "What you do that for?" And I mean, she just stood there. So I felt like she mind controlled me to do that or something, man. All right, so um, I saw candles burning and I saw hair on the bathroom, and she took my stepmother to the washroom of the house and stuff and let my stepmother wash the clothes. You know what I mean? And so I went back and I report. I was like a policeman now. You know what I mean? I went back and I reported to Miss Jane about what I saw and so on. You know what I mean? Mom came, graduated from high school, got my Miss Jane helped me find my first job. You know what I mean? She asked her husband Reggie, and that's how I got my first job and stuff, man. So I was loyal to Miss Jane and stuff, man. You know what I mean? And Miss Jane and my dad had a conflict. You know what I mean? Miss Jane had a dog. I named the dog after my dad. Oh man, like real petty stuff, man. Real petty stuff. You know what I mean? All right. So here was going on, right? I never walked around thinking I was cursed. When I came here now in '95, you know what I mean? I would say, yeah, I was kind of bad smoking pot and so on. You know what I mean? You know, because I know that was a way of me being rebellious and so on. And I mean, rebellious for what? I don't even know. And I mean, I just want to be tough. You know what I'm saying? You know, I wanted to, that was the pattern, and I just want to be, I wanted to fit the pattern. I didn't want to start, you know, like, you know, that was the groove and stuff, the train ride at the time, and I just want to be on the train. Okay. So when I went through that stuff after I smoked the pot and so on, you know what I mean? I want to miss your points. I don't want to lose anybody. If anybody have to get one message, if anybody have to watch one of my videos and put everything together, I'm gonna try to do this in this video. So smoking pot, and I mean chilling, hanging out. One day I cut school and so on, and that was the end of it. Okay, I cut school to smoke pot, and somebody came and pretty much pull up my socks and stuff. And I mean, and I pointed laughing, and they smacked me and they took me for a ride. Snatched my soul, you know what I mean? Because now I know like it's three parts to your entity. Is your soul, is your spirit, soul, and body. Well, my body dropped, okay? And now knowing that like your spirit could go in and out of your body while your body's still alive. So it's my soul. You know what I mean? So they snatched my soul and they took me for a ride and so on. You know what I mean? So I went from vision to vision to vision to vision to vision. And God was using the same two people in the room in other visions and so on. You know what I mean? Okay. So after that now, I saw only thing I saw is the stuff I'm going through. You know what I mean? Oh no. I saw they was kind of giving me lessons and stuff. You know what I mean? You know, so I saw one time I was sitting with War Professor and Fat Boy, and Fat Boy took the toy and turned it into a devil, and I said, "That's a devil right there." You know what I mean? How it happened? We sitting talking about good stuff, and we just had a pause a minute, and for that pause a minute, Sean did one of this, just looked away like this. Fat Boy did one of this, looked away like this. Not even know what he's doing now. Fat Boy not even know what he's doing. Turned the toy into the devil and knocked it on the table. Got my attention, and out of nowhere I said it. Sean looked at me now, And tap Fat Boy be like, yo, Trini said that's a terrible idea, man. But he didn't do it laughing. I mean, Sean didn't do it laughing. So, and I mean, Fat Boy's the one who laugh. I'm like, nah, man. You know what I mean? Like, I was just having, I was just making it into a toy. But I was just being creative and making it into a toy. You know what I mean? Because with a fork is like this. They bend the two tooth and made this out of it, right? And a fork doesn't have a fifth thumb. You know what I'm saying? So so if you ever pay attention, that's a demonic sign, right? Well, anyways, so they were trying to show me how they operate and stuff. They kind of give me heads warning into the future, and they would be around me to protect me and so on. You know what I mean? Okay, and they would like literally. I would hear only one time though. You know what I'm saying? I think I heard a deep voice somewhere. You know, but I would have been in the vision. But it's not a vision. If it's not a vision, if you could feel, if somebody hit you in the vision and you could feel it. Okay, so somewhere along the line, somebody gotta help me. And I tried looking it up on Google and stuff. I can't find any information. All right, but anyways, man. So my body was sore when I came back. Look, so much things happen. I never even get time to tell the VO all that stuff. You know what I mean? Um, I felt how the VA operated. I'm not the first one that lived this life, so they were really. You could tell, like a taxi driver, like, hey, I'm going by JFK Airport. You don't have to give the address. You just give the location, and they get there really quickly. You know what I mean? They operated like they've been down this line before, like a professional taxi driver. You know what I'm saying? So like stuff that I missed out and so on, they happened to get correctly, and I missed out not because I was intentionally trying to convince anybody. I left it up because I forgot about it. I forgot about me coming back into my body. Vino saw, you know what I mean? I just was remember telling them it was real. You know what I'm saying? I remember trying to, I don't call it over exaggerating, but I wanted them to know it was a real situation. Well, anyways, man, so they used that as me hallucinating, and it's like, hallucination, you can't hallucinate off a pot. But I remember people talking about seeing the green man. Well, people will see the green man, but they wouldn't experience time traveling like I did. So you see the difference between tripping and what I went through. What I went through was a protection. They was trying to protect me, but how could they protect me against themselves? You know what I mean? That's what's troubling me because the people who's doing this to me now, or the supernatural is doing this to me, it's kind of like a loop. They started it, but they cut it continuing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I know one thing for a fact, right? Anytime we have a change of command, okay, information is passed on to the new commander so that they could keep. And so, they're not that careless. You know what I mean? Supernatural. I know now that if we are humans and we can make mistakes, they can make mistakes, but they shouldn't. Their mistakes is not like our mistakes. Their mistakes will be a little more tinier. You know what I'm saying? You know, like a kid versus an adult. A kid will fall more than an adult. Adult will fall, but a kid will fall more. If I'm a human and my my memory, okay, is on par, their memory should be more perfected than my memory. Okay? Plus they could time travel and stuff. You know what I mean? Alright. And trust me, talking about this stuff warranted that. And I mean, that's one thing. Because look about what Gary Webber did. Gary Webb, the investigative journalist. Okay? That's a different story though, right? He was trying to expose them to make money. I'm I'm trying to expose them to save myself. They can't kill you for that. You know what I mean? I don't think that guy came into his bedroom and told him don't do that and so on. But that's kind of like, to me, like, that's just Hollywood stretching it. They don't really come and talk to you and tell you through conversation with other people. The spirit might enter and like, yo, don't do that, but you don't know it. I mean, I'm saying, I had fair warning, but like I never paid attention to the I never paid attention to, because I was so young, and I mean I was what, 17. I'll push it, right. This was 1997. No, sorry, 1996. Okay, I was born in. No, I don't want to put out information out there. I was 17, probably gonna. I graduated when I was 18, so I was 17. I was 16, going to 17. So basically, I was 16 years old. Okay, and under Jewish culture, I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna stay to my religion of Christianity. I'm a kid. All right. So it was giving me fair warning. But you gotta understand, like, when you're a kid and they put you in the shoes of an adult, you probably could walk like an adult, but your mind, you're still a kid. You know what I mean? I remember, like, being horny and stuff, man, and girls approaching me to give me a good time, and I would refuse it because I wanted to live longer. I was like, it's at this point in time, the God above is telling me, um, put away all childish stuff, become an adult, and that's what I was doing. You know what I mean? So I was looking at it as a temptation, but I really had no girlfriends. I wasn't cheating on nobody, you know. But I just remembering like stuff like sex before marriage is a sin and all that, so on. So I was like, okay, let me take hold of that. And now look at me now. I'm married now, and I was having sex with other women, you know. But one thing I love about God is that He uses a lot of logic, you know. And these guys use logic too. They would cheat now. They would cheat and make it look like, because there's a lot of toys that we don't even know exist. They have a lot of toys that we don't know exist and stuff. But any toy that is exposed and stuff, humans get to keep it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of funny like that. Like, they have a lot of toys that they use and stuff. But if by accidentally, um, let's suppose they playing Predator, right? Like the movie Predator and stuff, man. And I'm fighting them, okay? And a weapon drop from them and so on, and I get it. I get to keep it. So they have to be really careful how they move and so on. Right? So really and truly, it's extraterrestrials, okay? And they behave like gods. See, every time I get it right, I get the ping off. Now, in addition to that, now, they don't even know. From what they pay attention to humans and stuff, like, they know a God exists. And when this God comes, it's kind of come to punish them. They're not evil now, but look what they did to me. So, like, my interpretation of it will be like they're evil. But when they actually trying to acquire information, like what people talk about, they probing me in my butt. They poking me in my, like, if somebody is probing you in the butt, it's kind of like they being inquisitive. The mind is inquisitive. They want to learn. They want to learn because they are intelligent species, and that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on now? Why? But I'm baffled. But if they're the one who wake me up at 96, why in 2020? You know what I'm saying? And they showed me how they operate. They showed me how they operate, man. You know what I mean? Like, if we all walk in a group, let's suppose be like 10,000 people walking, right? And every time the spirit hits somebody, like because the spirits travel from body to body and stuff, right? Every time it's traveling, like for instance, if they're trying to show me who they are and stuff, if a spirit look left, like everybody walking and they're marching like robots and they're looking forward and stuff, okay? If the spirit hit the first person and the person looked left this way, and the second person, okay, the spirit hit the first person all the way in the back, all the way in the back, right? Spirit hit the first person, and the first person did this and come back. Going to the second person now, and the second person who's next to him, but just kind of away, do the same thing. That's how they're moving. So like, what is going to go? It's like a domino effect of everybody is going to be doing this, and that's how the spirit moving from boop to boop to boop to boop eventually until it gets to its destination. You know what I mean? So it uses human beings too, just like the Matrix.